Hey guys, while we wait for those ribs to finish, we've got probably another 3 hours left on them. I decided to make some barbecue sauce. I've never tried barbecue sauce before, making it at least. I've eaten plenty of it, but I've never tried making it before. And one thing I noticed when I was looking around is probably 85 to 90% of the recipes call for ketchup. And I hate ketchup. I think it's disgusting. So I have a personal vendetta against it, and I try not to use it as much as possible. I put it maybe on cheeseburgers every once in a while or French fries. Other than that, though, it stays off my food. I think there's a lot better things you can use for sauces. But anyways, I looked around, found 4 or 5 different recipes that don't call for ketchup, and I decided to kind of mash them together and make like a Frankenstein barbecue sauce out of all of them. So it was actually really simple. As I mentioned before, it's pretty easy to make barbecue sauce. The wet ingredients are going to be honey, molasses, a little bit of soy sauce, and then Liam Perrin's Worcestershire sauce. You can use any Worcestershire sauce you want to, but I consider the Liam Perrin's to be the best. They've been around for a long, long time, and the quality of it's just a lot better than some of the generic brands. It is a little bit more expensive, but it's well worth it, trust me. So, anyways, once you get all the liquids mixed together in a pan, you just want to put it to a low heat to where it just barely starts boiling. If you get it too hot, it's obviously going to stick to the pan and you'll burn the sugars that are in the molasses, and then you'll have some awful tasting sauce and you'll never want to eat it. So you get it to a really low boil, then you're going to add in I did some garlic powder, some granulated onions, some coarse ground black pepper, some salt, and then the only other thing I put in there was some paprika, and on accident I actually added some ground red pepper. I was reaching for what I thought was paprika, and it was ground red pepper, so about a tablespoon of that made it into the sauce, and I added a little bit of cinnamon too, just to give it some extra oomph. It probably took the whole process from start to finish about 30 minutes. The biggest thing is just waiting for it to thicken. You want to get it to where you can kind of stick like a spoon or any kind of like mixing tool that you use for the kitchen. You want to dip that into the sauce, and as soon as you pull back and you see it kind of like pull up with the spoon that you're using, then you know it's the right consistency. If it's too runny, I just don't like runny barbecue sauce. It makes things soggy. And if it's too thick, it's going to be like a paste, and then you have to try and thin it out. So I got it. I'm going to try and get a little bit thinner next time, but for the first time, it actually turned out really well. I'll go ahead and squirt some on a plate so you can see the consistency of it. So it's a little bit thicker than like a ketchup or mustard. And then if you spread it out, you can see what color it is. It's like a dark brown. That's mostly from the molasses. And then you can kind of see there little bits of the onion and black pepper in there, and then probably some cinnamon. But anyways, it tastes great. I'll probably keep making it the same way. Like I said, I'll just try and get a little bit thinner next time. But other than that, it turned out great.